Welcome back to BELLWRIGHT. This is going to be part 2. I'm going to make like a shelter for the villager. Now it's not called a shelter, I get mixed up and I'll show you what I mean in the video. But we're going to recruit a villager and I'm going to show you what the campfire looks like and a bit of cooking too. So let's have a word with the elder, see what he has to say.
We actually have one problem you can try to resolve, if you're willing, of course. It gets cold around here, especially close to the mountains. If we want to keep ourselves warm, we need fur for it, rabbit or wolf pelts, but you see our hunter. Well, we got into a little discussion about how things should work in the village regarding payment. He doesn't want to work with us anymore, but Herddean mostly depends on him to provide. I want you to convince him to deliver traps. So the priority is the traps, and the rabbit fur will be the bonus.
So he's had a little ding dong with the hunter and he wants you to go and butter him up and just get some traps and some fur out of him. So we're going to do that now. We have to talk to this other chick because she knows everything apparently. So let's have a word with her.
Say, have we met before? Your face is awfully familiar. What can I do for you? Unfortunately, he's in the forest, just up the hill, not far from the village. Perhaps bring a book so you have something to do while he rants at you.
Of course, she's feisty, ain't she? Wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of her. I bet she's about 5'2", little pocket rocket. Anyway, let's go find the hunter and see if we can butter him up and learn how to make some traps and go hunting, because we need that protein. So he is just down here, not far away. It looks really far on the map, but it's not. You just follow this path. And by the way, I do make a lot of tips and tricks, so on this little playthrough I'm going to show a quick one right here. Just on this path, make sure you interact with this. I walked past it actually my first time, and you will get the pagan shrine and some goodies in there, so make sure you check these out when you come across them. So let's get harvesting on the way. We're going to need a lot of sticks and a lot of flax during playing this game, because that's the main building material is wood and flax. So let's talk to the hunter right here. Don't forget, save often in these early release games. You never know if it's going to crash or something, so save often.
What are you looking for?
That's in all games.
It's dangerous to wander around the woods alone. Haven't you heard about wolves or bandits? You don't look like the hunting type, so what are you doing here?
Just playing with my fiddle. Can't you hear it in the background? If only the AI was voice animated so you could have a proper conversation, that would be quite mad actually.
First, the people in Herddean. Of course, now they need me. I'm not going to work with them. Torbjorn has no respect for my craft. He doesn't value everything I've contributed to that damned village. And until he does, they can fend for themselves.
You see a nice little bunny rabbit in the background right there. So they're having a proper tiff. He doesn't want to help out, but you need to convince him otherwise. So we're going to select this option, and then he's going to say he wants a shelter builded. Now this is where I went wrong. I built a shack. Now the shack is for yourself only. So in part 1 of the previous video I made, I built one of these shacks, and then I just assumed that I either assumed he wanted a shack or I didn't click on the proper housing to build him. So like a numpty, I spent about a whole in-game day building another shack, which is not what he wanted. He wants a housing tent. So if you've got a villager, build the housing tent, not a shack. The shack is for you, housing tent for villagers. So we're going to plonk this down, and like previous video, you can chuck all the materials in the sort of construction bit right here over to the side, and then you can just go around and tap and make it all. So that is a nice part of this game. You can just chuck it in if you have it, and if you don't, chuck it into the construction bit and then come back and then just keep tapping away. That didn't make a lot of sense, but I think you understand what I mean. I'm doing it right here. Chuck all your materials in there and then just come up to the blueprint, tap away. When I get that villager, and I'll show you in a bit, you can actually get the companions to build for you, which is a nice touch. They can gather a lot quicker as well. So let's play a bit of inventory Tetris and get this log over to the construction site and get his shack up. Big shack. Let's go. Chuck a log in there, and yes, we do need a lot more flax. Luckily the flax is right here as well. So I've built in a nice spot. It's close to the village, so we can keep going back and forth to get these quests out the way, because they will ask a lot to try and get your reputation up. So we are on day 3 already, because we messed the whole day up of building another shack, which I could have destroyed for materials. That would have been better, but I thought it might come in use later down the line, and I thought it was a little bit more storage as well. So let's just get tapping away. I'll show you how to build this, not show you how to build it, but just show you what the gameplay is like. If you're enjoying this, by the way, don't forget to hit a like and comment anything down below. Give me an oi oi in the comments, just so I know you're watching still, and also it helps the video get out there to others. Let's smash that algorithm. And subscribe if you love survival. So that is the housing tent up, and I love the torch that it adds, and you've got a tiny bit of storage. If you go into this window right here, you can check out what tech you have and what you're allowed to build. The storage is only 2 slots, which I'm not sure what you're going to store in here, but it's not going to be a great deal. But you can basically interact with it and tell your settlers which house they're going to have, pretty much. It's kind of basic on that note. Once you have gone back and talked to him, you can recruit him, and then you can order him around like a complete madman. And this is how slow it is to chop a tree, so you want to get your companions equipped with an axe and get them doing it. Hopefully they have the right skills for the job, because their skills will matter. So check that out if you recruit anyone from a village. So I'm going to start on building the research desk, and that is going to help you to unlock everything on the tech tree. So make sure you get this built. It'll be in the tutorial anyway, I'd imagine. And the good thing about ordering your companions like a madman, you can see what's over there. Even if you ain't actually harvesting, you can use that just to see if there's mushrooms or something in the area that you might have missed. So as you can see on the left, he's collecting wood pretty quick actually, and while he's doing that, you can either help him out or gather some food or other stuff. So companions is going to be a massive thing in this game, and it's like Sons of the Forest with Calvin in Virginia. You know, it's an added hand, more hands is less work and all that. Watch you don't chop your stations down and you're building them. You might want to sheath that tool. Also, villagers won't even talk to you if you've got a weapon or a tool out. They want you to sheath that bad boy before you talk to them.
Move, move!
Like a madman, you can actually order the companions to bring materials, and then you can actually build. They can actually build as well once the materials are in there. But this is the research desk, and you'll have to click on what you want to research and then put the materials up the top. And there's also like tech tree and all this sort of stuff up in the menu as well. So there's the map, there's your army, that's my army of 1, and it tells you all his skills, what he's good at, like crafting, delivery and research. So they're your priorities. Trying to get my priorities right. And if you click on something, so I'll click the small trap, that's what they want to look at. Now you have to gather 5 sticks and 2 flax. That is your resources to put in the research desk, and then you can either look at it like a weirdo until it is done, or you can get your companion to actually research for you. That's what I actually done. I used them to research, and I just threw the materials on there and got doing something else. So the campfire is right here, and I like the campfire. It is a really nice touch once it's built, so I'm going to show you that one. I was actually a bit stumped on where to put it actually. It should probably go right in the middle, kind of be the hub of the community and whatnot at the beginning, but I didn't want him getting snagged on it. I didn't know what this was. This is just the beta test, by the way, so I didn't want the NPCs getting snagged on it. But he will actually come over here and pick stuff off of the fire, and it has its own... Does it have its resource, or did I just add a box? I think I added a box actually. Yeah, I did. So you can scroll through and chuck mushrooms on and pieces of meat and whatever you have on you. It's a real nice touch, and once they are cooked they will hiss a little bit. You will notice that hiss in the background, and that just indicates a bit of food is cooked. And then you just come over like that mushroom there, change colour, you pick it up, and that is cooked. Don't leave it too long because it will burn, but like I say, once your NPCs get hungry they will come and pick food off of it. And cooked food is obviously better than raw food. It gives you better nutrition and better buffs. So you've got 3 slots of stomach, and eating different types of food will give you better buffs. So that is a nice touch. I do love the ambience of a nice glowing fire in survival games, and that is a nice touch. It does set the mood. So that about wraps it up for part 2. If you've enjoyed this, don't forget to subscribe for more, because I'll be getting this game and making plenty of content on it. There's a lot of survival coming out lately actually, so don't miss that. Don't forget to drop a like and comment anything down below. It really helps the channel grow. But thanks for watching, stay safe, stay entertained, and we'll see you all on the next one.